Researchers at the University of Geneva in Switzerland have created the Beekee Box, a standalone box that can generate a wireless network that enables users to log on to a learning platform without the internet or electricity. The standalone box was designed for people in remote areas with no connectivity, like people in refugee camps or war zones. It generates a local wireless network that anyone can connect to with a device to access the information hosted on the platform. According to the researchers, it could be a useful tool for training and teaching. The enclosure is 3D printed in plastic, and the unit includes a microcomputer and battery. The battery works for 3 hours, though you can add an external battery that boosts that to about 10 hours. The battery can be recharged using solar power. The box is only 10 centimeters high, about 6.5 centimeters wide, and can hold up to 256 gigs of data. According to the researchers, it takes about 9 hours to 3D print the case and about 20 minutes to assemble it. With the programming, the average box can be ready in 10 hours and only costs about $150 in materials. The box is currently being tested in a Kenyan refugee camp, which is home to about 190,000 people. Computers in the camp are scarce, and traveling throughout the camp is dangerous, so the box is being used to offer remote educational courses to refugees who do have access to smartphones and other devices. The Beekee Box could also be used in crisis situations, like the Ebola epidemic in the Congo. The team is currently working with Doctors Without Borders to be able to provide the necessary medical information to help offer emergency care, even if there's no power or internet available in the region. Last year, MIT researchers partnered with BMW to test ways for humans and robots to assemble car parts together in close proximity. The team created a robot on rails that delivered parts to workstations. However, human workers would often cross this rail path, and the robot was designed to freeze whenever a worker passed by. The problem was that the robot was too safe, freezing too early and creating inefficiencies. The issue was the algorithm. It knew where the person was going, but couldn't anticipate how long the person would stay there and when they would come back across the rail. The team went back to the drawing board and have created a new tool that better predicts a worker's trajectory. The new algorithm helps the robot understand common human movements, like stops and retracing our steps. In the test, the robot stopped freezing in place for long periods of time and was capable of resuming work shortly after the human passed by. It's the next step towards not only robots working together with us in factories, but also collaborating with us in the home. It could also be paired with tools that help the robots read our gestures and recognize specific actions and behaviors. The Aska is the new eVTOL design that is the latest to stimulate the seemingly dwindling, but still hopeful, flying car crowd. The door-to-door, drive-and-fly, hybrid electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle comes from California-based NFT, which also maintains an R&D center in Israel. The company is hopeful that by 2025, their Aska will let you drive on the road and take you to the skies. Oh, and it's all going to do it autonomously. According to an interview with CNET, the company wanted to build a flying car that was more practical and could work with existing infrastructure. The Aska is designed so that it can be charged at any EV charging station, but it does need a launch pad of about 65 feet by 65 feet to take off and land. About as big as an SUV, the Aska will begin flight tests in the first quarter of 2020. The hybrid electric engine is expected to have a range of up to 350 miles, and the design can accommodate up to 3 passengers. The company plans to integrate existing autonomous driving systems, but the company has a home-cooked technology that makes it fully autonomous in the air. The aircraft uses various sensors to create a, quote, spherical awareness picture using sophisticated sensor fusion algorithms based on machine learning. They call it the Sense and Avoid system. According to the company, the system includes trajectory predictions for moving objects, which helps the decision-making algorithms plot a new path. The autonomous system is based on commercial off-the-shelf components, so it could be suitable for other flying cars, and NFT actually has plans to release it soon as a service. The design is patented, and you have to imagine that the car mode can't drive too fast. I mean, look at how those wings sit on top of the car. Have you ever tried to drive with a mattress strapped to the top of the car? Also, the company is currently looking for a CTO. I mean, if you're interested in the job, reach out. Never hurts to ask. I'm David Manti, and if you don't know what the show is, just ask her. Nah, it's engineering by design. We've been doing it for a while.